What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Daily Misfire. Today's going to be another update video. We're going to be talking about scattered 383s, froze up solid 283s, steering boxes and Novas, rusty wagons, and dually bumpers. So let's get into it. What's going on? I hope you guys are having a good day so far. I am back in the shop. I'm finally getting over being sick. It was miserable. It was like influenza. A lot of crap. It sucked. Completely sucked. And now I have a combination of the pollen and everything from spring. So now I'm getting, that kind of stuff. Allergies are coming in. They're trying to kill me too. It's an awesome combination in the season right now. Anyway, I'm going to kind of walk through everything in the shop right now because there's like 4 or 5 different things in limbo that I want to talk about, walk you through, and hopefully this weekend or, middle of next week, you'll see a couple full-length videos kind of talking about what we're doing and everything. So with that, I'm going to bust into the 383 that's sitting behind me right now, and we'll talk about that guy. It needs a lot of love. We're currently waiting on a crank right now. So the crank that was in this thing, it's perfectly fine. It is at the machine shop right now getting balanced. The 383 that will be in my Nova, the crank is getting balanced. The rotating assembly is sitting here on the on our table. It needs to be kind of gone through. We need to put rings on it. I got a set of Molly Motorsports Molly rings for it, so those should be good. So I just need to get pretty much get these assembled together, ready to rock and roll, get the crank in it, and then we can get the bottom end assembled. And then there's boxes upon boxes of stuff sitting over there on that shelf that once we have the crank back in like 4 or 5 days, this thing could be running. We have a drive shaft for the Nova right now. The drive shaft came from Knoxville Driveline, so that will be here very soon. We'll go and get that probably this week. The 7R4 is raring to get in. I don't know if you can really see it. The 7R4 is raring to go into the car right now, so that'll be in. Will be good. And then on top of all that, we are also updating the steering box in the Nova. So I'll show you a little bit. I'll do a full video on it. I'm working on the steering as we speak. We changed the idler arm in the car. If I show you the wheel, you see that clunk in the wheel? Yeah. So there is an issue in the steering box somewhere. I am not smart enough, nor am I going to go through all the bearings and the ball bearings and all that stuff that are in that steering box to rebuild it. So what we're going to do is rob the steering box off this wagon. I needed a ball joint separator. That's why it hasn't been done yet. Now we have a pickle fork, which will be good. So we'll get those swapped over this weekend, whatever. And hopefully that'll fix the steering on the Nova and make it a lot tighter is kind of the goal. It also has a CPP idler arm. We've swapped that over already. It looks really good in there. I think it definitely helped. But obviously that's probably going to be the biggest thing as far as helping everything. Next, the locked up solid 283 that is sitting in front of me has not been touched, honestly, probably in about a month. But saying that, all of these soaked in really well as far as the acetone and all that stuff. This is still diesel and acetone on the top. Now you can see kind of where it's still sitting in it on those guys. But the other ones have sunk down pretty good. So there might be a chance I'll try to figure out a way to get some sort of an impact feel or something in it to try to get it to rotate a little bit. I think it must be able to rotate. It almost has to. Worst case scenario, we can pull a few pistons out or unbolt a few pistons, then try to free it up a little bit to where we can get it to try to rotate. It's just one of those things where I think those seats are very stuck in there, or the rings are very stuck. So, but I'm still working on this guy. All the lifters actually move, so that's a positive. The cam moves. So the fact that the cam rotates and it spins pretty well gives me hope that the thing will probably run the way it needs to. Bearings didn't look bad. If you were going to actually care about this motor, you'd change bearings, rings, and all that stuff. I'm not going to do any of that. We're just going to put it back together, put a cheap timing chain on it, and send it. That's kind of the goal with that thing. Because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily need another 283 in the shop, but a budget 283 or motor that, say, if you had a 70 Chevelle that had a 305 or 307 or whatever, you had a 4-door Nova that had a 283 in it or something, you can probably get it running for little to no money and have fun with the car for a little bit until you get whatever motor that you actually want together. That's kind of the goal with that thing anyway. So as far as that goes, that's where the 283's at. The Wagon hasn't really done a whole lot. It's been sitting outside for a little bit. I've been working on the dually with the doors and everything, that I got sick. Still needs floors, still need to do all that stuff. I've sanded a little bit on it just so you can kind of see where the metal potentially could go to. So you can see kind of how porous this is right here. I don't know if the camera's really going to pick it up, but I've sanded down right here. You can kind of see how rough the roof is right there. And then you can kind of compare, you know, that to. So I think it'll smooth it out really well. I think it'll probably look decent. Honestly, my biggest fear with this car, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's right in here underneath. It's really rusty under there. So that'll be my biggest question mark as far as this car, is just fixing this back window channel, getting all that fixed. But I think a lot of it's going to mostly just be doing the work, putting metal in it, and just welding it and kind of hot glue gunning everything together. The window channel on this side, it needs to be gone through. I need to sandblast a little bit more to get some of this stuff off. We need to kind of sandblast in little spots like that to make sure we get all of the rust out of it. Just kind of little stuff like that. I need to order rockers for it. We need to get rockers and a few other little things. But that's kind of where the Wagon's at right now. Honestly, not a whole lot of progress being done to it, but we're going to start working on buying tubing. We're going to start working on ordering a bunch of stuff for it. So it'll be a piecemeal together thing. By no means is this thing going to be $1 million car. By no means is it going to be a full tube chassis car, but I'm going to try to make it a good leaf spring drag car. So we'll work on getting like the inner fenders cut out in the back of it. We'll work on getting tubing, like I said. We'll work on getting some subframe connectors, stuff that, like, little bit at a time, just kind of keep nickel and diming it away until there's actually a full roller here sitting here ready to rock and roll. So Wagon's really close. It's almost there. And now, as far as the dually goes, this is the new bumper for the dually. That is a step bumper that a guy in town gave to me, actually. He had one that the farmer that he bought his truck from, he had one already on his truck, and he had another one, so he's like, well, you can have this one too. So he gave me this guy, which is pretty cool. So that guy will go on the dually very soon. I just basically need hardware for it. And I'll show you the dually real quick, and then I'll wrap the video up. But the door panels look really good. Windows roll down the way they should. It's all, I think, a lot better than it did before. I need to put carpet in the truck still. We're not there yet. Need to do a few other little things. But I did cut off the rear bumper that was on it, which was literally a piece of square tubing, and I'll show you the square tubing. Yeah, that was the bumper on the dually. Like this 4-inch square piece of tubing. That thing was on there good. They must have stick welded it and made it very, very hard to get off, and it was not fun. But there's no longer a bumper or square piece of tubing on the back of the dually. I just need hardware to get that bumper on, and then we'll move the license plate, we'll move some of the other stuff around, that way it all works. I need to get the trailer connector, I need to get all that stuff mounted, but it should be a pretty straightforward deal. Kind of frustrating. You can see where all my cuts and stuff were on the hitch, where they welded it all together. Don't weld steel tubing to your rear hitch. It's just, it makes it very, very, very hard for whoever is behind you to actually finish it. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek on the door panels, though. They are by no means perfect, but they're a heck of a lot better. These are the Brothers door panels. I got them from Summit. This is all my original stuff. You can tell I still need to get pieces and probably get new pieces for stuff like this. But I just repainted the armrests and stuff like that. We'll see how long all that lasts. I also redid the vent window seals. I think these are a lot better than what they were before. So overall, I need to fix this door too. I'll show you how to do that too. And a video down the road. But doors, I think, are sealing a lot better. It's a lot less wind tunneling in the truck, which is what I was really wanting. So overall, I think everything's going well. We just need to kind of keep plugging along with everything. And I need to edit all the video for you. So with that, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you watching these update videos. If you want to check out all the stuff we're doing in the very near future, please subscribe, like, and I will see you guys in the next one.